Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So, pretty much a stalemate yesterday. So we got moving with the Fed comments on Tuesday, and then the Feds came out yesterday and changed their tone a little bit. Basically changed it from we will raise interest rates to if this happens, then we will. So that's basically the only tone that was changed. But anyway, what you see in front of you is a big head and shoulders. So here is the shoulder, here is the head, here is the right shoulder, sorry. And neckline is at the moment right here, but then these two tails could also play a point in being a neckline, so they're not in play just yet. Problem we do have here is we have the grouping of the oscillator to the downside. So I'd be reluctant to be jumping in short there, as I said yesterday. And if you look at what happened yesterday, move up, more noise, that's the noise from the Feds, and a big, massive range bar. So this picture from yesterday just means I'm staying far away from this, have no interest in trying to get involved in this. There is a bit of structure here on the hour, which is there. So I'd want to see us get above that before starting to look for longs, but we are below the moving averages, so, and we're quite far from the moving averages, so I'm a little bit skeptical about that. One thing that I would be looking at, though, is if we do start dropping below 105,366, come back and retest it and reject it, I would look at opportunities to short. So there is quite a bit of, you see there's a double bottom here, which would play a major role if we broke through that. So I think at the moment we're probably just going to wait for data. So I am sit on hands there. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, pretty much a similar kind of picture. Nothing really to read into here, apart from the oscillators crossing over again. So I'd be a little bit wary about jumping in long up there. And you can see we sort of pulled back on the hour, gap down, moved up, back down again. So it's a bit of a clearer pattern here, but there's still no structure. So I'd have to go down to the 15 minutes to even see if there is anything, and what we have is a cross over the moving averages and a drop below the structure. So I would be curious to see what happens here on the 50-minute, 137033. If we reject that area, then I suspect you are looking, I want to make sure, okay, we've got quite a bit of structure here. There's your next level there. Clear as daylight. Look at how much was played there. So, and it's been tested before. So rejection here at 137033. Nice tight stop loss above one of these tails, and then you're looking to aim for 136570. If that does play out, then I would expect the euro to strengthen, so I'd expect euro USD to rise, but there's no structure there. So this is the one I'd be watching, US dollar Japanese yen. A bit of a short setup on the 15-minute though, nothing else on any other time frame. Moving on to British pound Japanese yen. I've left the levels in from yesterday because we did test those levels and we got to the bottom where there's profit. We've got a bit of divergence brewing at the moment, so I'm not really excited about what I see, and you can see what I mean. We got up here, tested this zone that we spoke about yesterday once, second time, then we got to the first target, gap down, ran to the second target, buyer stepped in and pushed it back up. Trend line also coming into play here. So this to me is a sit on hands. I'm not really keen on this. We could argue that there should be a rejection here, but this gap down and buyers coming in worries me, so it's not something that I really want to be chasing. So this to me is just big confusion on the day. So I am going to stay out of this as well until we get some structure. And lastly, euro British pound. We did come back onto the area we were paying attention to. We got a bit of a pin bar off there, but we didn't get going. So if you look at this, drop down, you can see 1 hour pin bar as well, beautiful structure. There's your stop, it's a 100-point stop loss, got going, and then got another pin bar to the upside, so barely 100 points, barely a 1-to-1 trade before coming back and basically hovering below where your entry would be. We do have a grouping of the oscillators here, so it's still very much in play, but now what you need to do is just adjust your stance, and what I would say is look for a London breakout strategy to the current high of the day. So wherever the high is after the first 8 hours of today, from when the Forex market opened, just count your 8 hours, and if you start getting a 15-minute close above, at the moment it is 089070, that would be my cue to get in with a stop below whatever structures formed to the downside. So that's kind of where we are, but if you look at this big up, big down, the whole Forex market is confused. All the indexes are confused. Everybody just doesn't know what's going on. So what we're basically doing is we're arguing against algorithms and probably artificial intelligence models as well. And it's kind of a lose-lose situation because it basically just puts us in a range. Anyway, hope that helps, and we will catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.